Wondering, Bart Chilton, and the former CFTC Commissioner. Bart, a lot of people are looking at this and saying you don't have to wait for tariffs to feel the effect. We're seeing it in the futures market. We're seeing it in the stuff that you used to oversee. That is happening. Those prices of a lot of those items that are being targeted, for example, by the Chinese, are coming down, and that could have a direct effect on the people, the farmers largely responsible for them. And they're not happy, are they?
No, they're not happy, and you talked about the politics of it, and to put that aside, this really matters to people in their pocketbook, and it's not just the farmers, which, as you noted, prices are collapsing for soybeans, #1 agriculture export, Neil, and for pork, still about $1 billion to Chinese, and even some of the other things that we don't talk as much about, but wines and fruits and nuts, some of the California commodities, but it's also the ancillary stocks. So if you look at stocks even today, John Deere, Kellogg, Cargill, ConAgra, Monsanto, they're all down. Now, markets are volatile, so they could come back up. But a lot of those took a thrashing on Friday with the sell-off, Neil. So I'm concerned that, we're having an impact on people and producers already. And, we are in the midst of a trade war, whether or not the administration wants to acknowledge it or not. It's having a real rubber hits the road impact on people and profits for companies.
The flip side of that, Bart, is that consumers, at least near term, see cheaper bacon prices, cheaper sausage prices, cheaper bread and corn and cotton prices. Now, again, if those prices stay as low as they currently risk going, the people who produce that stuff and get it to market could be out of business, and then the prices will boomerang. I think that happened at the time of the wheat boycott against the Soviet Union under Jimmy Carter. But that it's real, and that could cushion the blow for consumers in the short term. What do you think of that?
Well, you're correct. Just hope that they don't, they're not a worker in the Quad Cities at Moline, where John Deere is headquarters, or any of the other 2,800 counties.
That's an excellent point. Yeah.
There's you have to take it with a grain of salt, but there's a Brookings Institution study that came out on Friday, Neil. It said that 2,800 counties throughout the U.S. are going to be impacted by jobs, and so it's a lot of manufacturing jobs too. And the other thing is that people like their Chinese goods, the Walmart shoppers and others. And so, when you start talking about taking that luxury, if you will, away from consumers, I think they're going to have some real trepidation about it.
Well, Bart, let me ask you about that. I didn't mean to jump on you there, my friend, but this notion that Americans are ready to be and stand by the president when it comes time for the rubber meets the road, so to speak, where he's going to say to them, the Chinese are gouging us. They're taking advantage of us. It's going to inflict pain on you. You're going to see more for a lot of items that you love, but stick with me. This is what we have to do. Will people be that, endeared to what he's doing and the equivalent, I guess, of war bonds back at the start of World War II to do the patriotic thing and to suck it up?
Oh, I don't think we're anywhere close to that. Good on you for the history, but no, I think when it really impacts their pocketbooks, and particularly the farmers, not to dwell on them, Neil, but USDA already said that net farm income is going to be down 8.6% this year alone. This is before the tariffs. So, imagine if they told all of us your income is going to be 8.6 left, and then we're going to add on to that. So I don't think there's the patriotism that's going to translate to people having their pocket picked from this. But don't get me wrong. The president's on the right track with regard to wanting to do the right thing. Right. But it just seems to me he should have, and it's easy to Monday morning quarterback.
Absolutely.
I get that. But he should have stayed part of the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
That was the single big, you're right about that. That was the single business lever we had, sort of an Asian counterpart to China, with the United States ostensibly helping to lead the way to counter this influence. By bailing out of that, we took away the hammer.
Yeah, and don't forget that it's not just the trade relationship with those 500 million people. China has 1.1 billion, but it's also the military relationship, because as China is expanding, and that's what nations do, they are also expanding their military in the South China Sea. And we would be much better if we had this close alliance with these 11 TPP partners, but we bailed from it, and we would be stronger. Now what we're risking is really going an isolationist route, which I guess is the preferred route for the president, but I'm just worried that it's going to be a problem for people, a problem for producers, and ultimately impact company profits, Neil.
All right, well said, Bart Chilton. Thank you very much. The former CFTC Commissioner.